have the service. Let's write a quote that uses let's write a client, right? A screen that uses that service to retrieve and then render those quotes here on the screen. Right. So what we're going to do here in the constructor of our React component, we're going to use that quote service. Let's see. We have to go up one, down to services, and wait. Services, there it is, and then go to quote services. There we go. We're going to grab a hold of the instance of this quote service, so this dot service, and we're going to copy it locally in our context. So we're going to use the quote service dot quote service. This, we're going to get the instance, and we're just going to copy it locally in our context. We're also going to initialize the initial state of this component to have maybe an empty array of quotes. Right. So to the beginning, when this first loads, we don't have any quotes because we haven't gone out to the server to go fetch them. So at the beginning, we don't have any quotes to render. But when this quote component has finally mounted, finally instantiated, is ready to start being rendered on the DOM, the React is going to notify us with this lifecycle method. It's going to say, hey, you're ready, right? I've been instantiated. You're ready to start rendering. Go ahead, render. So what are we going to do? We're going to use that service. We're going to fetch all the quotes, find all the quotes. Find all the quotes is going to return a promise where finally this is where the actual quotes objects is going to be available, having been parsed from the HTTP body, right? That came from the service. And finally here we have the quotes, the actual quotes, right? And what we can do with the quotes is now update this state, right? Now we do have quotes, real quotes from the server. So we can update this. We can say update the state, this dot state set state, and the quotes now is the quotes that comes from the server. Make sense? All right, so now finally we have data in the component from the server. We just need to render it now. So let's render that. Let's render it over here. So we'll render it in a table. I'm using Bootstrap for my classes. You can use some other CSS if you prefer, but follow the example if you want to keep using Bootstrap. So I'm just painting it so that it doesn't use the standard look and feel. All right, so we have the table here. We have the table body, and in the table body, we're going to iterate over the state. This quotes here. We're going to iterate over that. So I'm going to say this.state.quotes, and we're going to iterate using map. Map is going to iterate over that array of quotes, giving me each quote as a separate object. And for each one of those objects, I'm going to return a table row instance, right, for every single quote. Every table row instance is going to have a table data. In that data, we're going to then render whatever quote element that we want. So we can render maybe the job, what was it called? Job description. Job description. And it's probably going to complain that this table row needs to be unique. So let's make it unique. We'll use the ID of the quote as a unique identifier for the table row. I think that's it. Let's see. Let's see if we broke this. Quotes. Something went wrong. Let's see. What's complaining about? Admin quotes. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it is trying to fetch them, but it's complaining that we are running on 3000, whereas the server is running on 8080. Right, so that's considered a cross-domain access security violation. So we need to, let's go out to the REST controller, and we're just going to eliminate, we're going to configure this so that we're going to allow anyone, we're going to allow any origin to hit us, right? So we're going to, so that the browser can go through. So let's restart this. Okay, let's try it again. Admin, quotes, and there they are, right? Clean my house and walk my dogs. Right, so again, so this is data that came from the server. We can look at the network as the data came through, and this is the array that came from the server. We can look at the network axis as it went out and fetch all these things. Make sense? Everybody okay? All right.